Hi. Hello, beautiful seekers. I already have some of you here waiting. Good to have you. Thank you for joining me. I already see some of you in the chat. Please feel free to chat more and say hi. Intuitive Healer, Ray, Inch by Inch. Thank you guys for joining. You see, I have some new members in the membership thing that I have here on the channel. Anyway, so welcome to the Existential Shift. If you're new, my name is Morgane. We are going to talk about Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, which is October 13th all the way through November 3rd. Thank you. Yeah, the first few minutes are like kind of letting people join and chatting. So if you're watching this after the live, please either be patient or scroll a little bit forward. At your preference, but this is just the nature of lives. I get a little bit distracted in the beginning. Hi, nice to see you too. Another member. Thank you guys for joining. So by the way, the membership is enabled on my channel. Thank you, YouTube, which means you can join as a member. Simply press the join button underneath any of the videos. And it's reciprocity. It's to give back for my work here on YouTube. It's $1.99 a monthly payment, which you can cancel anytime, and then you become a member. You stand out in the chat, and it's a great, humble, modest way to reciprocate the energy. And it sounds very little, $1.99, but when it's a lot of people doing so, it adds up, and it really makes a difference for me. So everything helps, everything that allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you for that. And I love seeing you guys being a part. Those of you who want to support the channel but also receive extra content, that's where you have Patreon for. You can join my Patreon. Also, the links is under all my videos, including this one. You have different tiers where you get different types of extra content, but every tier that you progress in, every tier that you choose includes the tiers that come before it. Okay, and over there you have all the extendeds, the monthly extendeds for all the zodiac signs, all 13, by the way. You have karmic shift and liberation. You have daily rune messages. You have lunar love readings every new and full moon, and it's for unlimited streaming, and you get to see not only this month but past months as well. Okay. Hello, my Emily, my moderator. What's up? Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you guys. I missed you guys. BB, hey. Okay, let's see. I'm going to give another minute for people the opportunity to join and keep saying other things that you might want to know. What else? Oh, so the extendeds for October, all the signs are already up here on the Taroscopes for all the signs are already up here on YouTube. The extendeds are up on Patreon, but also on Vimeo. At first, I told you guys that I'm taking them off video. Then I brought them back to Vimeo because a lot of you just asked for it. So I just brought it back for you guys. So those of you who want to get them separately, you can do so. All of the signs, in case you saw a video and I was saying, oh, you can't see it on Vimeo, now you can. So just go there, check it out. The love readings are the bomb for October. So, hi, Kitten Love. Andy, right? What's up? All right, let's see what else. I'm going to give it like 4.5 minutes-ish. And then if anyone is watching this and wish to timestamp messages, that would be great. I'm going to start with messages for the collective and then move on by the sign. So timestamping will be awesome. What else? I think we're good. I think that's it. If you want to book a reading with me, join Patreon, and from there you can continue. That's just a way for me to kind of protect my energy. Just a small screening, so not everyone can talk to me, but those who support me and my journey and that I'm somewhat becoming acquainted with can book a reading for now anyway. All right, I think we're good, right? What do you guys think? Other than the fact that we have 3 times as much people in the chat than we have likes. Press those thumbs. Intuitive healer, guys, I don't know if you've watched the extended, but they're so amazing. Oh, thank you. Terry, another moderator. Hi, I'm so happy to have 2 moderators join. I have moderators, I have members, I have seekers. Woo, what a party. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with messages for the collective. Mercury retrogrades in Scorpio. I do intuitive astrology. I channel. I connect the dots from what I'm sensing. It's based on archetypes. It's based on my knowledge and how I connect to the energies. If you want an astrological chart, there are amazing astrologers out there to watch and to learn from. I do my thing. I don't pretend to do anything that someone else does. So either you connect or you don't, and that's okay. My attitude per se when it comes to the occults, other than tarot and runes that I'm very proficient in, especially tarot. I'm a professional tarotchi. I have all the knowledge. Well, not all the knowledge because that's impossible. Tarot is very, very ancient, but I have very good sufficient knowledge. Let's just put it at that. Other than that, my attitude is channeling and intuitive, and I receive messages. So once again, take it or not. Hello. Okay. All right. I'm getting distracted. Let's get into it. So 2 years ago, Venus retrograded in Scorpio. I did a 13th element video about that if you want to go watch, but just a little overview as a backbone to Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Venus is worth, but it's also the emotional realm and the sensual realm. And when she retrograded in Scorpio, it brought up all the dark emotions and desires that we are carrying within us from this lifetime and mostly also from past lifetimes. Scorpio is very much the sign of past lifetimes, of dark memories. When I say dark, I don't mean evil or negative. I mean those that are hidden from us. Everything that was piled up in the closet of our psyche or in the basement of our existence throughout the years and throughout our lifetimes. And events and emotions, it all got piled up, and some of it was just really, really burdening. And we can't possibly emotionally deal with all the feels of all our personalities from every single lifetime or life path that we've taken or undergone. It's not possible for us to handle or to survive. So some of it gets processed and released. A lot of it just gets stuck in the system, some because we don't know how to deal with it, and some just because we want to be able to reach into that knowledge when we need to. So it's not a bad thing. It's just a matter of knowing how to, instead of throwing everything in the closet, folding it and knowing where everything is in a way that is controlled and not surprising, right? So 2 years ago, it was very heavy. Our heart went through the underworld, gone through that maze of all our very complex emotions. And the shadow work was very challenging. It was very intense, but very healing and very empowering as well as we did it. Mercury now, it's different. Mercury is I don't want to say lighthearted energy, but it is mutable, mercurial, right? Mercury energy doesn't need to break through walls in order to move between dimensions, conscious and subconscious, right brain, left brain. It flows with more ease. It moves between the chambers and between the different states of mind easier because it's mutable. It's like air, it's like water. I feel like when Venus retrograded, it was more intense because not only we had to deal with the places we went to energetically and mentally and emotionally, but also getting there was hard. We needed to be pushed into it with extreme events or tower moments or just intense situations. They kind of, I don't want to say force us, but really either pull us strongly or push us strongly. Right? In order to go through the wall, we have to break down the wall. Mostly with our head kind of banging into it. It's an analogy. It was more painful. We're going through a similar journey now, only from a Mercurial type of energy, where we're already familiar with transitioning between the conscious to the subconscious, with going from light work to shadow work, and back and forth. I feel like you'll feel safer within that. I feel like you'll feel like you're swimming through it as opposed to banging through it. Like you're the light going in between the cracks of the wall as opposed to a hammer trying to break it down. And when I say a wall, I mean those walls of separation between, again, our states of consciousness, what we are aware of and what we are not so much aware of. Our state of awaken, being awake, physically awake, and our state of sleeping and dreaming. I think it will be easier for us to interpret our dreams. It will be easier for you to understand the messages from the universe, to translate them. Mercury is the planet and energy of knowledge, of language, of communication. And when it feels uncomfortable, it knows how to hop out of the situation, take a rest, and come back again. Mercury is also known as Hermes, the messenger of the gods, who was one of the few entities that were able to pass through the gates between the kingdom of the living and the kingdom of the dead, upper world, underworld. And he was conveying messages between the gods, the entities, the archetypes, the energies. Venus isn't an energy that is so easy for her to go into these dark realms, right? But Mercury is, has been around the block, you might say. So I feel like the next period of Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, although still occultist by nature, although scorpionic, right? Still intense, still deep, it will feel easier. That's what I'm trying to say. And I want you to prepare yourself for the past to return. And when I say past, yeah, it could be someone from last year or someone from 10 years ago, but it can also be someone that you're meeting for the first time here, but from past lifetimes. I'm actually picking up intensely on a combination of past lifetimes and someone that you're already familiar with, or people you're already familiar with. It's not just romance. It could be work, potential partnerships. It could be old employees, old bosses, people you used to work with. It could be friendships. But these are very soulful karmic connections. And when I say karmic, I don't say negative. I just mean intertwined energetically. Something there to live by or resolve, depending on the situation. But I do feel that between October 13th and November 3rd, a lot of energies will return into our life. For some of you, it will be just to finalize and release finally. For some of you, it will be to continue the interaction. Okay? Not everything is to be put in the past completely, and not everything is to maintain itself in our life. It's very subjective. It will vary. So each of you will have to basically figure it out. This is your time to figure it out, to know how to discern. This is something for me to have a conversation, let out things that I need to let out, express myself, listen to the other person, and then that's it. Or this is something that I need to embrace back into my life because I've changed, this person changed, the interaction changed, and now we are free to express our dynamic in a more healthy, progressed way. Okay? And you are the wiser now. After Venus retrograding in Scorpio 2 years ago and everything that we went through in the past year, 2020, oh my God. This is when you get to see just how far you've come when it comes to trusting yourself, trusting your energy, trusting your intuition, trusting what you've learned. A lot of small situations will come to you as opportunities to show you how much you've grown. Something that a year ago or 5 years ago you would respond in one way, now you're very easily, quickly understanding, oh, this is not for me, this is not what I like. Mercury is fast. The lessons are fast. You're not going to drown in them. It's going to be quick. Now, it's all relative, depending on your journey and on your personality and on your chart, of course. But generally speaking, it's almost like you already graduated, you already went through all the exams, you passed, you have the knowledge, you get the stamp, you're good. And now an actual life event happens that gives you the opportunity to show how much you know. You can look at it as a test, but not really, more so just experiencing yourself within life as this new personality that knows better. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me know how this resonates for you guys. Let me see what else. Mars retrograding in Aries. I don't want to as much talk about it because it's been chewed up to the bone. But also, I'm not making as big of a deal of it as I see others make of it. I kind of like it. I think people who are dealing with exaggerated anger right now are people that just didn't do the work, and it's now just kind of coming at them at once. And then, well, it's about time you do it, right? Andy, AS Kitten Love, thank you so much for the 15 Canadian dollars. I really, really appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. Join as a member. Anyway, that's great. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. What was I saying? Right. So people who will experience like a lot of rage and anger and deal with the energies of Mars and Aries not well are just people who are really far off a little bit energetically, or are not, but just have been really avoiding from doing the work, and now the universe is like kind of putting it on them. It's like a crash course all at once. So it's going to be dramatic and challenging, but you literally, quite literally asked for it. Like, what am I going to say? Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you've had so many opportunities to do the shadow work and work on your anger and express yourself and get to know yourself better. And I don't mean like deny your anger, aka it doesn't exist. That's not the work. Some of you are like looking at me, listening to me right now. But I did the work. I haven't been angry. I've been holding it. And that's exactly the opposite of doing the work. That means you did not do the work. Working on your anger and on your emotions is not holding them back, shoving them down, pretending to be an enlightened Buddha that never gets upset. That's why you're now raging. It's all the suppressed anger that is coming out. Energy doesn't go anywhere. It needs to be transmuted and changed and in movement constantly. And if you don't let something express itself within you, it will find a way to express itself without your permission at one point. And this is it now. Mars retrograding in Aries. Absolutely. This is the time. So if you actually express your anger in a benevolent, healthy way, if you've spoken up to yourself and to others about how you feel, even if it's negative or angry or whatever, admitting to yourself that you resent something, admitting to yourself that you're angry at something, admitting to yourself that you're jealous of something, admitting to yourself that you really want something that you can't have, and that is spiritual. I don't care about anything. I'm a perfect being. Nothing makes me angry. That's not spiritual. That's spiritual bullshit. That's spiritual bypassing. It's denial. It's suppression. It's really unhealthy, even more so when you teach that to others. Generations of delusional people who are going to explode on the road every time Mars retrogrades in Aries. Those are dangerous people. You are dangerous if you do that to yourself and if you teach others to do that. Acknowledge your feelings, good or bad. Acknowledge other people's feelings. Talk about it. Go take boxing lessons and box it out, punch it out, figure it out. Either way, don't keep it in. That's not spiritual. So people who have been keeping it in are now dealing with it. Mars retrograding, but I don't want to keep this video about that. I want to go back to Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. So wherever Scorpio is in your chart, however much you have it, and you all have it, we all have all the signs, right? In one way, shape, or form. That's where it will mostly occur, but not limited to it. Again, Mercury, right? It's mercurial. It doesn't stay in one place. Wherever your Mercury is, I don't believe it actually stands in that house. I feel like it changes throughout your life, more so than other planets. And I don't mean, oh, Mercury is now in Scorpio, but in my chart, Mercury is in Aries. So right now, my Mercury, Aries, and Scorpio. That's how it is for everyone in all of the planets. But I mean, specifically your Mercury. I feel like what you have in your chart is the core existence of your Mercury, but because Mercury is by essence a shapeshifter energy, I feel almost like it's inevitable for it to constantly change and move around in your house. I haven't quite figured out how it does it, but it does. So what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, beating around the bush a little bit, is October 13th through November 3rd, it won't just affect the house where you have Scorpio. It's generally yourself, your wholesome aspects of self going through that. And try to let it apply to all aspects of your life. Okay? Great. So I think we can move on to by the signs. Thank you, David. Drums are therapy, absolutely. As long as you're not bothering your neighbors, music is always therapy. Bonsoir, Helen. Okay. Jessica Garcia, Kenan. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a quick spiritual guidance by the sign for each of you, a message, see what the tarot says. And then after I do a reading for each of the signs, I'm going to pull a card from the major arcanas. Okay. I'm going to do a regular tarot spread, and then I'm going to pull one card for the major arcana to each of the signs, which will serve as your spiritual lesson and spiritual growth and energy work guidance for you for this time being, right? For this Mercury retrograding time frame. Okay, and I will link below the link that leads to my online tarot masterclass specific class. Let's say you have the Temperance card. That's the card of your spiritual and energy work for this time being. Then I will link the Temperance card for your sign, and it will lead you to the specific class on my tarot masterclass Bunkai that teaches about that. And over there, I don't just teach the interpretation of the cards. I go really, really deep to the energy work of it, to the spiritual lesson of it. So I feel like it could be very beneficial for you to go over. They are literally $2 to rent or $7 to buy, up to how you want. It's an online class that you can take all of it, of course, but you don't have to. I built it like as a library, so that way you can only take the classes that you want. Okay? Cool. So, the energy of Mercury retrograding in Scorpio for all the zodiac signs. Starting with, we're going to start with Aries. We're going to start with the cycle and finishing up with Ophiuchus. Okay, so we're going to do 13 signs. So messages for my Aries seekers. Any Aries in the house? Messages for Aries for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. You guys have a double whammy because of Mars and Mercury retrograding in your ruler, Mars, right? Scorpio is also ruled by Mars, not just Pluto. Thank you, Terry. So, my Aries seekers, how will this energy of Mercury retrograding in Scorpio affect my Aries seekers? Oh, okay. Great, we have 3 cards. That's convenient. 8 of Pentacles, the Hangman, and 9 of Wands. Wow, so Aries, basically, pretty simple message. Focus on your craft. Focus on what it is you're learning. Focus on what it is you're working on. Channel any energy of aggression or paranoia or worry to that place. Change your perspective on everything. Every time you do something, anything, and you feel the emotions kind of stir, or you feel a sense of inconvenience, like you don't know where it will lead to, where it will end, you're feeling like a little bit of a limbo time, do the thing you need to do right now. This energy will be somewhat annoying for you, but it's actually meant to get you from seeker to master. It's meant to help you really master certain skills and become very, very, very well acquainted with them. Because every time you'll have the need to express any sort of energy, you will channel it to that craft, to that thing, and you will give all of yourself to it, because it's almost like you'll be in a state of mind that is very hard for you to see what's next or what's forward or what it is that you even want. So you're like, okay, so many uncertainties. I don't know where this is leading to. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this is supposed to be, or how I'm even supposed to feel. This is something that I know I need to do, be it something you're writing, something you're doing, something you're focusing on, something you're studying. This is a known. This is clear. I'll just do that. It almost like works as like something that really focuses your energy. And by the end of the time, you will have mastered something in your life. I'm picking up, it could be love. Let's say you meet someone and you're getting involved with them and you have no clue where this is going to lead to or what will be with it or what it means. So just focus on the moment, on listening to them in the moment, on connecting with them in the moment, and just being completely present without trying to understand what will be or what everything means. Okay? It's quite a deep message. We also have a major arcana here, so if you want to take the Hangman as a spiritual message and kind of see what it means on the Tarot Masterclass, up to you. But let me ask specifically spiritual work, energy work for my Aries seekers for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. One card, please, to represent so many. One card to represent their spiritual energy. One card for Aries for spiritual knowledge and energy work for this time being. Wow. The Strength card. Aries, this is beautiful. This is the card, spirituality-wise, the card of the shaman and breaking down the boundaries, the physical boundaries, in order to connect into the white magic of your spirit. This is a very, very, very good card to receive as spiritual work. And it's exciting, and I have a lot to say about it, so I'm going to link the Strength card below for you, Aries. Okay? Cool. That's a very important stage of the journey. Manomita from India. Cool. All right, guys, let's move into Taurus. Aries, I hope this helps. Okay. Taurus seekers. How will Mercury retrograde in Scorpio affect my Taurus seekers? Messages for Taurus. Taurus time frame, please. The Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Message for Taurus. Message for Taurus. 2 more. Message for Taurus. Wow. So I have King of Swords in the reverse. And I have 6 of Swords and 3 of Cups. Okay. Taurus, this is definitely a reunion with someone in your life that used to be temporary or unclear or undecisive. That either didn't know what they want or they knew what they wanted but didn't communicate it clearly. One of you cut the other pretty harshly. You either cut them off or they cut you off. Things were really wobbly. It was not clear between the two of you whatsoever. And this return is meant to bring some sort of, not ease, but resolution, understanding, mental ease. There's a revisiting of this connection. This could also be a family member that you haven't been in touch with for a while, that the relationship with was a little bit off and unclear. And this could be someone that you're seeing after a long time that you haven't seen, either a family member or romantic partner or any type of partnership that went a little bit astray, time went by, and now there's, again, a recap, a revisiting of it. I'm picking up that if it's not a family member, so whatever resolve you'll have with this person will also subconsciously resolve something, a dynamic that you have in your head in regards to a family member. Okay, so let's say it's a romantic interest that this has happened with, and now you're revisiting, you're connecting, you're talking, you're resolving things. Something about the dynamic with this person was a mirror of a dynamic you had with either a parental figure or someone from your past. And healing this will also like generate a domino effect and heal the event that created this need of, we have our traumas from childhood, okay? And then the brain constantly brings forth people, events, situations to reflect that in order for us to become aware of the pain so we can resolve it. Okay, it's our spirit kind of trying to tell us, hey, this is what's still stuck in there and a little bit problematic. So healing this will subconsciously heal that. So that's actually really, really good. And also, regardless, this is a time to not be overly strict with yourself, Taurus, and harsh on yourself in making clear decisions. I would wait until mid-November even. Again, until everything goes direct, because this time being is going to really, really do some good number on your psyche and on your cognition. Like, it's going to be aware. It's not just going to be subconscious and void of you. You will be very aware of what's going on, and you just need to have rest, physical rest in the meantime, to allow all these things to happen. And after that, you'll make stronger, better decisions that will be more clear. But during this time frame, let things play out. Okay? Let's see what is your spiritual lesson / energy work for Mercury retrograde in Scorpio for Taurus. Spiritual guidance for Taurus. Energy work for Taurus. Okay, you saw me shuffling right in front of you. the Strength card again. So Aries and Taurus are dealing with the same spiritual lesson. It's a mirroring, same type of energy work. So Taurus, if you have an Aries in your life, or Aries, if you have a Taurus in your life, it might have to do somehow with the other person. And if it's not a person, then it's an energy within your chart, right? So see where you have Taurus or where you have Aries in your chart and see where it affects you most. By the way, Taurus, you also have the Strength card, which is the card of breaking down the physical boundaries in order to strengthen our spiritual, energetic knowledge and perception, right? We can't see through a brick wall, but when it becomes lucid, we can see what's beyond the veil. That's pretty much what this card is talking about. I go into detail. I will link, obviously, the Strength card below. That will lead you to my class. You can rent it for like $2. Okay, you don't have to buy it, but I do recommend it for this time frame. Okay, shuffle again. You saw me shuffling. That's amazing. You can't make this up. There are 22 major arcanas. That's unlikely. All right, Geminis. Focus on my Gemini seeker's energy. How will Mercury retrograding in Scorpio affect my Gemini seekers, please? Waiting for Gemini. Just one, two more. First card out, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Lovely. And then Two of Cups. I'm sorry. Yeah, Two of Cups and Six of Cups. Okay. Gemini. Love, love, love. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Two of Cups. This is a very strong soulmate connection. Someone that you've known, you have strong feelings for. This could be obviously for your Mercury in the signs, okay? Especially because we're talking about Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. So I do recommend to watch also your Mercury sign. And yes, you can watch your Venus, your Mars, your Moon, and your Rising, and kind of connect the dots. Hey, Marina, into the light. What's up? Welcome, welcome. All my moderators are in the house, but I think I only seen one member so far, Ray, right? Yeah, because moderators get like a special badge. Okay, so Geminis, this is a very simple but beautiful message. This is someone you grew up with. Someone that you either known since you were kids or you've known them from a past lifetime. This is a strong soulmate connection. It's very sweet, very safe. That makes you feel like home. If you're already connected with this person, so the connection will strengthen. And if not, then it's coming in. There will be a revisiting possibly. Not revisiting, deepening. That's the word. I can't, look at the little girl's dress here and look at her dress here. She's like all grown up. It's like, it feels like the same girl. You might meet someone that will remind you of someone that you really loved when you were very young. And it will feel naive like that. It will have the sensation of naivety and purity, and it will just flow easy. There's a strong sense of homecoming here for Geminis. So very positive, simple message for love. Cool. All right, Geminis, what is your major arcana spiritual guidance and energy work for Mercury retrograde in Scorpio? The Sun. Wow. I think some very happy times are ahead for you guys in the next 7-8 weeks. This is amazing. If you're like in a committed relationship, this could be children. Maybe you're getting pregnant. So Geminis who are partnered, very fertile time for you. Picking up on someone definitely getting pregnant during this time. Cool. And the spiritual lesson of the Sun card is also awesome and important. It has to do with the heart, and it has to do with consciousness, and it has to do with awakening. So will be linked below. And so far, our spiritual messages have been only fire, right? Strength card and the Sun card are fire energy. And in ancient tarot, this is the card of the Gemini, not of Leo. So it's almost like there's integration of your two twins into one. It's pretty whimsical and sweet. Okay, Gemini, I love this for you guys. Thank you for bringing in this energy. Check out the Sun card. I will link it below. All right. Okay. We did Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Now let's do Cancer. Any Cancerians? Thank you, Vincenzo. Okay. A reading for Gemini for Mercury retro in Scorpio, please. Not Gemini, I'm sorry, for Cancer. I'm reading for my Cancer seekers. Knight of Pentacles. The Emperor and Four of Cups. Cancer, this is going to be a time where you will face dealing slowly but surely with insecurities that you are that you have from the past. Someone that used to not acknowledge you, possibly a father figure, is now trying to make amends, to connect with you better, to approach you, to express their presence. They are not very different in their personality. They will still approach you not from the emotional, expressive place, more so with actions, right? This person's love language is actions, not as much sweet words. But I need you to try and look beyond your own love language to see their attempt to reconnect with you and to regain your trust, because they're aware. They're aware that they've either been too harsh on you or too difficult, or that things have been distant. And what you're guided to work through is your lack of trust. Now, no shade. But this is just what the energy is guiding you towards, and it's telling you to take it step by step, slowly, to not rush to it. Thank you, inch by inch. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, there's a need to, because see, you've grown into someone who really takes control over their life and doesn't show their insecurity. who speaks like a leader. Inch by inch, thank you so much for the 10 pound or euros. I'm not sure. I think it's euro. I don't know, euro or pound, whatever it is. Thank you. Appreciate you. Very, very generous. Thank you for the super chat. So yeah, Cancer, you've created this tough masculine shell around you because of this interaction and dynamic that I'm describing. And this is an opportunity to resolve it and also reconnect to your pound. Gotcha. Yeah, it is pounds. You're right. It will be an opportunity to kind of dissolve the walls of protections that you had to put around you, around your emotional space. Very Cancerian thing to do, by the way. But with you, it comes from this dynamic with this masculine in your life. And if they're no longer here or if they don't reach out, then this is a time where your Mercury retrograding in Scorpio will have you really work through it. You might be, if you're feminine, you might be involved, partnered with masculine who kind of resembles that father figure. Even if they're nothing alike, their attitude towards life is similar and their attitude towards love is similar. Their love language, right? It's more harsh, more strict, more... Sometimes you feel like you're in a job interview with this person and you're not sure if they love you for who you are or if it's termed. You're manifesting your dad over and over again. Okay? So Cancer, this is a great opportunity to work through it. It will lead to positive results, but you have to express your heart. You closed up a little bit because you feel like no one will understand if you'll say what you feel, or it will just be dismissed as if it doesn't matter. Yeah, Emily, sounds like your father. And you deserve to be in a dynamic where what you feel matters and you are aware of it and easily express it. So this is what Mercury and Scorpio will do for you. And let's see the spiritual work, spiritual energy work for my Cancerian seekers for Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Cancer. And another fire energy. This is so cool. Temperance. So we had strength, the sun, and now temperance for Cancer. Wow. This is the card of alchemy and true love. Its spiritual message is very, very divine and out there, and also has to do with connecting with angels and channeling. So I will link the class that I made on Temperance card below for you guys, for my Cancer seekers, okay? And guys, those lessons are like, they're not like 2 minutes. They're like, some of them are like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I go really, really deep to all the layers of the cards. So especially for those of you tarot lovers, it's a great opportunity, but you don't have to want to read tarot or know about tarot as much as the spiritual guidance and the energy work for this time being over there, okay? All right. Inch by inch, you really want to be a moderator. So I'm going to, just by the way you're behaving, which is awesome. So there you are. Thank you. You're a mod. Okay. That was Cancer. Let's move into Leo. Messages for Leo, please. Leo seekers. For Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. What does Leo need to know? 5 of Wands. 2 more cards for Leo. Ace of Swords, Leo. There's a victory in the horizon. And the Hermit. Interesting. Okay. Let's not tell people what to do. Let's let them do what they want. Okay? If anybody tells anybody what to do, it's me. All right? Thank you. Well, thank you, though. I'm the employer. Not really an employer because I'm not paying, but don't tell other people what to do. Okay. So, unless they ask. All right. And then I will tell them. I'm just kidding. Anyway. All right. All right. Leo, 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords. Like if you have an idea to do something, you can do it yourself. You don't have to, but if you have the idea, instead of telling someone else, you can do it yourself. Right? Message for everyone who watches this. Leo, this is some funky energy. Not like funky bad, but like interesting. 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Hermit. Like 5 of Wands is totally like throwing themselves into a dynamic, a situation. The Ace of Swords just communicates and cuts and decisive, and the Hermit just kind of stays outside of the room meditating. So I'm not sure what it is you have going on here. I think, wow. Leo, whew, this is going to bring up a lot for you. A lot of interesting energies that are very different from one another within you. Because you have the need to stand out. You have the need to stand out, Leo, and you can stand out. But it's almost like this reading is asking you why. Why do you want to stand out within this crowd necessarily? Because if you stand out in this crowd, you are still associated with this crowd. And the Hermit here is asking you, is this the crowd you want to associate yourself with, even if you're standing out and winning and leading? Are you a head to the fox? Are you a tail to the lions? I feel like this time frame will bring in some sort of you feeling victorious in some sort of dynamic. But then it will get you to thinking, wait, why did I even bother? Why do I want to stand out in this? Is it even a place for me to relate myself to? I feel like those questions are going to come out. And you're guided to kind of work through that and take your time. Like, I feel like by the end of this Mercury retrograding, you will know whether you belong in that place and are actually eager to stand out, or it's not your place at all, right? Emily, I've taken Morgane's. Oh, thank you, Terry, for the timestamps. But timestamps afterwards and below in the comments, so people can jump to the signs that they want to jump to. Because here, people that are here, they already see. It's great. I just don't want you to do something you don't have to do. Okay. Emily, I've taken Morgane's Tarot Masterclass, and it is very, very good. Finally finished the last card. Woot! She gives so much information. It is absolutely worth the purchase. Oh, thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. If you rent them, they're rented for the day, and if you buy them forever. And if you rent all of them, so if you rent one class, each class separately, it's for 24 hours. But if you rent all of them as a batch, it's for 6 months. But you also have the option to purchase them, and then it's forever. Okay. All right. Speaking of, And once again, this is mostly about, right now anyway, it's mostly about your spiritual journey in this time frame and energy work. You don't have to want to study tarot. This is so you could go deeper into the meaning of the card that comes out for you. Okay. So, Leo. What do my Leo seekers need to know for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio? Okay. So Leos, just like Geminis, have the Sun card. This is amazing. And it's funny because the Sun can represent Leo and the Sun can represent Gemini. And Gemini got this and Leo is getting it. And by the way, when it comes to the zodiac signs that the major arcanas are associated with in a reading, they are not here to tell you what sign you're dealing with. If the Sun card comes out in a reading, this is not, oh, look, it's a Leo. Or, oh, look, it's Gemini. No, it's the Sun card. Oh, look, it's the Sun card. And here, you dear tarot reader, this is your job to interpret what the Sun card means. When it comes to the astrological signs and the major arcana, it's not even the human with the Sun sign. It's about the spiritual, energetic aspect of that zodiac sign. Rarely the sign itself has any sort of way of living through the spiritual ideal expression of their sign. Okay? So if you're a tarot reader, first of all, it's all new. These aren't ancient associations with the zodiac sign. The Golden Dawn played with it and connected astrological signs to the major arcana. It happened less than 100 years ago. So when the Justice card comes out, it's not, hey, Libra. No, it's the Justice card. And if you don't know what the Justice card means, don't start yattering about a Libra. There are other ways to tell when a specific sign is involved. In order for you to know that, you need to know how to read tarot. Was that a little too harsh? I don't think so, because online tarot readers fuck up a lot, and they do so many weird things that make them seem like an amateur. Oh, you just saw a few videos by other YouTubers, and now you're a tarot reader. Oh, you just read one book this size, and now you're a tarot reader. Why don't I watch a few YouTube videos about surgery and then perform surgery? You're dealing with people's lives and psyche and future, present, whatever. You can either take it a bit more with respect or just don't take it at all. Sorry, I had to go over for that rant. It's like, you know, the readers were like, bad example. Here's a Sagittarius. No. Here's Jupiter. Jupiter might rule Sagittarius, but it's not Sagittarius. The signs here are the fixed signs. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. No Sagittarius here. Jupiter, yeah, but only in a reading that has to do with that. But what if the reading has nothing to do with planetary shifts? What are you talking about? Sorry, I watched tarot obviously online. 1 out of 15 readers know what they're doing. It's a craft. It's a very ancient craft that revolves around a lot of knowledge. And, you know, I'm all up for creating a language between you and the cards and doing intuitive readings. I do it too. I'm not saying you have to be rigid to the thing, but don't sabotage the craft and don't claim to know when you don't. Or the funniest thing people do, the Hermit. This is my card for loneliness and inner contemplation. You know, when something is really known about the tarot, it's been like this for 500 years, and now you're like, this is my way of looking at the hermit. I'm just original like that. No, every book says that. Or quite the opposite. Saying something that has nothing to do with the cards and being like, that's the truth. No, that's your truth. When you say a truth about the craft, say that's what the hermit is. And when you say something that comes from your intuitive knowledge and from your interpretation of the cards, say that's my interpretation. That's just how I view it. See the difference there? These aren't just pictures. They have so many archetypes and occult systems and theologies and cultures and languages and different time frames in history. You're making a joke out of this craft, and you're making a joke out of yourself when you do shit like that. All the majors arcana, like this. Oh, hey, it's a Gemini. What? Do you know how rare it is to find a Gemini that actually lives by the notion of the Lover's card? Like never. That's literally what Geminis are here to learn to do, but takes them 60 lifetimes, if any, to actually behave like the Lover's card asks us to behave. It's a very intense spiritual notion and path. When you get the Lover's card in a reading, this is not, hey, you're dealing with a Gemini. Shut up, please. Rarely does it signify an actual Gemini person. Rarely. I haven't met a Gemini who lives by this. I can't wait. That's their spiritual purpose. So rare though. In order for me to say, hey, this is a sign that you're dealing with, there are at least 3 cards I need to see in a spread in order for me to say it. And I will only say it one-on-one. Rarely in a general reading. Or when they have 12 cards on the table, I'm like, okay, I see water signs, because Knight of Cups. Okay, so this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, and I see a fire sign. Okay, so this could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oh, and I see an earth sign. So this could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Oh, and I see an air sign. So this could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Okay, you just said all the, really? They can deal with any of these 12 signs? Great guess. Good job. You might be dealing with any of these 11 or 12 signs. You don't say. You're making tarot readers who actually know what they're doing look like fools. Look like fools. Yeah, of course you could be dealing with any of the 12 zodiac signs. If you don't know it, don't do it. Try it, study it. Sorry. Thank you, Leos and Virgos, for being patient, because you're next. It had to be said. I have so much more to say. Oh my God. 7 of Swords is not the card of the manipulator. That's it. Oh, someone lied to you. No. Super bright intelligence in the 7 of Swords. Oh my God. Can someone use it to lie and to manipulate? Yes. But not necessarily. Like a weatherman saying it's likely to be dark tonight. Exactly. I do have a class on my Tarot Master class that says how to recognize a zodiac sign in a reading. Like an actual person, for sure that it's their sign. There is a way to do that, but not how I see 99% of people online doing it. If you're a channeler and intuitive and you just pick it up, say it, of course, go for it. You don't need the cards to heal, to teach, to help, to guide. It's not what I'm saying. But if you're using the craft of the tarot. Can you please honor the craft of the tarot? Or say you're a novice? That would be great. Thank you. I did when I started. I'm picking on that intuitively. I'm channeling it. I'm not necessarily seeing it from the card. I had so much respect for the tarot. I actually studied it with teachers. I actually took classes and read many, many, many books from different perspectives and practiced. I'm going to pour myself OJ, and then we're going to move on to Virgo. And thank you for being patient with me on this one. Okay. And I have to clarify, you don't have to be a Tarochi or a rune lord or an astrologer, like a professional one, in order to help people or to have knowledge or to teach or to guide. It's not what I'm saying. And intuition is important and creativity is important. Go invent your own path of tarot. Do it. Write an entire book. Say, this is how I see the cards. Make new cards. Please, by all means. Looking forward. I love creativity. But claim it as your own. Don't be like, that's how it's always done. No, you just made it up, and that's great. That works for you, but that's not how it was always done. Or saying something as if you're creative when it was always done this way. This is my unique card for loneliness and contemplation and time. You made it up. You're the only one who says that about the Hermit? Wow. You know how many readers do that? Claiming creativity and ownership to something that, no, you didn't. You read it somewhere because it's everywhere. I don't get it. Sorry, I'll be right back. I need OJ. I'm here. Don't leave me. Okay, I had to open a new bottle, so I figured I'll do it with you guys. I don't want to leave you hanging too long. I need some sugar to calm myself down. All right. Truth be told, biatches. All right, I did it. I made it. Are you still here? Okay. That was great. Leo, thank you. Virgo next. Leo, the sun card was your card, just in case you forgot after all this. I have a rose here for you. I have like rose petals. You can't see it, but it's here. And you also have a candle. You can't see it, but it's here. No, you saw it. Virgos. Message for Virgos. For Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Ace of Swords and the Hermit. Literally same cards that we just had for Leo. One more. I'm shuffling in front of the camera. And the Fool. So Leo had 5 of Wands. You guys get the Fool. Okay. Wow. Virgo, you are completely stepping out of any Saturnian box that exists in the world. You're literally breaking the notion of time and creating your own path. That's gorgeous. This is a new start. Like your mental abilities are going to go through an upgrade that is like beyond. Now, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So your energy is quite literally going into the underworld that is represented by Scorpio. And it's jiving with Pluto. It's like, it's the final kill of any mental blockages that have been blocking you from having your new start. I see some of you going on like an intense journey that is going to serve as a really major shift in your life. This is like, whoa, 091, even just the numerology of these numbers, of these cards. Finalizing and beginning something completely new. Finalizing the old, like completely letting go of releasing the leftovers, making room for a new way of thinking, very creative new approach to your life. Some of you might be going through a major change, like big time change. Some of you are going to start really thinking differently, analyzing differently, looking at your life and of your world and your relationships differently. It's like there's a transformation here that is unbelievable. Now, it's not going to feel painful. It's not like a death tower card type of transformation. It's not like gut-wrenching. It's been a long time coming. You've been working towards it. You've been aware of it this entire time. And this is just you chilling in the final steps. It's not even like running to the finish line where you're sweaty. No, you're just like hopping to the finish line and then starting anew. And it's not about who's behind you or who's in front of you. It's not a competition. You're competing with yourself. It's just glorious. Virgo, this is a very, very, I think a lot of you Virgos out there are going to look back at this time knowing it to be a pivotal moment in your life where this has changed, or I made this move, or I started thinking that way, or I connected on the, I don't know. You're just non-apologetic, like to anything and anyone. Watch out, Virgos are in the house. Okay. Any Virgos here? Spiritual guidance and energy work for my Virgo seekers for the time frame of Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Please, Virgo, spiritual message and guidance for Virgo. You're like, I don't need it. I'm the hermit and the fool. Too much. Just keep shuffling. Just you're new to tarot, or just, 22 cards, all of them are different. They don't repeat themselves. They don't repeat themselves. See? No one more sun card. No one more strength card. One of each. This is the third time the sun card comes up. And these are the same cards that Leo had. So something with Leo, Virgo, possibly Gemini there. Okay. Virgo, you already know that the sun is linked below. So a lot of you need to learn a lot about the sun card. A lesson of joy and trusting your consciousness. And something with growth. That's massive growth. Cool. Yeah, your sun is Virgo? Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Let's move to Libra. Let's move to Libra. Messages for Libra, please. For Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Message for my Libra seekers, please. I need to straighten my back. I know. It's slouched. Not cool. So I'm trying to fit myself in the frame. I do need a new couch. Okay. What do my Libra seekers need to know for this energy shift of Mercury retrograde in Scorpio? Oh, look, a different card. Page of Wands. Kim Bean, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you for all your love and wisdom. Scorpio, Sun, Cancer, Moon on board. Woot! Thank you so much, Kim, for the super chat. It's very kind and I appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, so Libra, Page of Wands. Two more. Exactly, two more. And Six of Pentacles and Seven of Wands. Okay. Let me show them to you once. Libra. So first word that comes to my mind is you're setting off on an adventure. Some of you feel like you've been, not your freedom, but somehow your sense of excitement or fun was dependent on other people, right? If this person will want to do that, if these people will want to go there, if that person will be in this mood or that mood, like your fun time was always dependent on what the people in your life are in the mood for, or what they're doing, or if they have time or if they don't have time. And you're like, I'm sick of this. I want to do what I want to do right now. I don't want to wait on anyone. I just want to go, go, go. And Libra, the cards are like, go, go, go. Not like in a bad way, but like, go for it. Do what you want. You don't have to, if you want to go to the movies and none of your friends or partner or family members or distant relatives or neighbors can join you, you can go by yourself. Mercury retrograding in Scorpio will try to teach you that your freedom of expression and good time doesn't have to rely on other people. And you don't have to plan ahead until everyone is comfortable and able to attend. You can just go right now, not tell anybody. Just do what you want and have fun with it. Libra, let's talk for a second. You can be savage. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying it with admiration. Libras can be savage, meaning they can do whatever they want and get by and get along wherever they go. And, you can talk to the Pope and you can talk to the homeless person. You always find common ground and the ability to communicate with anything and anyone, which is amazing. So you can go anywhere by yourself and feel great and make new friends, or not make new friends, or just talk to yourself. Okay, Libra? So I don't know where you need to go, but it's somewhere that waits no one and just does it. And regardless, some of you want to do something, go somewhere, but you're waiting on finances to come in, possibly throughout November, and you feel like you can only be free to go during December. That's for some of you, okay? Now, let's see what major arcana you received as your spiritual guidance. What do my Libras need to know? Spiritual lesson and energy work for Libras, for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. I'm scared to look. Now that's not coincidental. That's where you can connect the dots. Justice card that also represent the element of equilibrium and justice and truth, also represented by Libra. So Libra, you are guided to reach to your highest potential that you came here aspiring to learn and to live by. Harmony and balance. The Justice card, unlike Libra people tend to think a lot and take time until they make a decision and go back and forth a lot, right? Sometimes vacillate. The Justice card, on the other hand, is very cutting. It makes really strong, strict, immediate decisions, and it does not look back. It is very sharp. It recognizes and discerns really, really fast. It is objective, it is truthful, it is righteous, but it doesn't care about what the person will think or how it will affect the environment. It cares about the truth, nothing but the truth. And that's it. So, nice, Libra. This means you're on a good path. So focus during this time on this higher lesson of the Justice card. We'll link it below, of course, for you guys, if you want to know what I have to say about it for you. Okay? Thank you, Libra. Scorpios. The Scorpios are on, oh my God, 1 hour and 23 minutes already. Oh, well, we're having fun, right? Guys, I'm a Libra moon. I need validation. Tell me that we're having fun. Tell me that we're having fun. Now, thank you. Scorpio. Thank you, Alicia. All right, Scorpios. Scorpio seekers. Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio. Woohoo! Haha! 5 of Swords. Oh my God, Mercury is going to kick your butt. 2 more for Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. For my Scorpios. 6 of Cups. It's too much. Just one card. I just want one more card. And 3 of Wands. Scorpio, I feel like some of you are going to, yeah, it is an interesting combo. So Scorpios, I feel like some of you are going to make an uncomfortable decision that you've possibly either have been vacillating with. I'm picking up the word gaslighting. Some of you have gaslighted someone for a very long time, or keeping them around for a very long time. Something of that nature is going to fall down, and you will find yourself on a new path that is more decisive and coherent with what you truly want and not what your ego wants. Now, does it mean you can possibly be not playing games anymore with this person and just talk to them and be like, I'm sorry for this and that. Let's try to do it the right way? It's possible. It's also possible that this person will give you their share of truth and send you off your way. If you want the first option to happen, don't wait for them to tell you how you've been behaving. Go to them right now and being like, from yourself, go to them and tell them, I know I've been this XYZ. I wish to now only be like this with you and try this properly. I hope you can trust me and forgive me, blah, blah, blah. You know, that is if you want that. If you don't want that, also no reason to wait for them to blow up at you. Maybe do the bigger thing, be the bigger person, and just tell them yourself that you're not seeing anything more than what you already have with them, and set them free, and then set yourself free. Can it be the other way around? Yes, it can. The Gemini reading was beautiful. Oh, thank you. You mean the tarot scope for the month, right? Thank you, Julie. All right, Scorpio. Hope this helped. Spiritual work, energy work, spiritual guidance for Scorpios, for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Oh, some of you I'm picking up, you will be regressing to a relationship that you had like that, and possibly extending either an apology or an explanation about how things work. So this could be something you were involved with in the past, and now you're realizing the extent and the depth of the dynamic and what you had to do with it, how you had to do with it, and then deciding to not do that again, or, you know, or wanting to try and talk to that person. Yeah. Spiritual message and guidance and energy work for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, for my Scorpio seekers, please. The Magician. Wonderful. Scorpio, there's literally nothing you can't do. But in order for you to do all the things that you can do, you got to focus your energy and not get all confused with all the potential and possibilities. That's a big part of manifestation. Focus and action, not just words and thoughts. Now, this is classic because this is also, the Magician is also very mercurial, and Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio. I feel like a lot of you will be kind of pulled into, similarly to Aries energy, like a mastering something of some sort in your life. I will link the Magician card below for you as well. Saggy. Let's do Sagittarius. Message for Sagittarius for the retrograde in Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords. Someone is taking care of business and doing it all on their own and are completely oblivious to the fact that the person that they're helping or doing things for is really non-participant, non-present. And they think to themselves, if I'll just do more, if I'll just give more, if I'll just be more, then they will show up. They are not showing up. They won't show up. They're pieces of shit. Stop working for people who pee on you. I'm so sorry for being harsh like this, but this was like, whoa. You are keeping yourself locked, imprisoned in a situation that doesn't give you anything. You're ignoring the reality while telling yourself you're a giving empath and that you're caring for them and that you're healing them and that you're patient towards them. You are abusive towards yourself. It borderlines with masochism. It could be the other way around. This could be Sagittarius that is doing that to someone in their life. Someone very nurturing, very loyal to a fault, like a sacrificial lamb, giving way too much. I don't think this person is receiving anything, I'll be honest. I'm so sorry, Saggy, but someone needs this wake-up call. Like ASAP. Like drop the blindfolds. And this person, funny enough, has resources. They either have a good income, good job, maybe they look really nice, they could be really pretty, intelligent. You or them don't need to be in this situation. And someone is also like, okay, so this will kind of blow this thing up. You have got to see what it is that you're doing to yourself, or what it is you're allowing you're allowing someone to do to themselves for you. Okay, Saggies, no shade, but you have this tendency to let people do a lot for you and tell yourself that, oh, I'm free to make my decisions. They're free to make their decisions. If they choose to give me so much without receiving anything, that's their choice and not my responsibility. That's the shadow side of a Sag. No. If you're allowing someone to victimize themselves for you, by telling yourself it's their choice, they're free to go whenever they want, you're an asshole. You need to do what's right. You need to tell them you're not into them and that you have no plans on giving back and that they should go and be free and tend to themselves. For whoever needed to hear this. Capricorn. Oh, wait. Sorry. Sagittarius. Spiritual lesson / energy work for Saggies. My lovely, beautiful, wonderful Saggies. The Chariot. The Chariot is actually the symbol in Kabbalah, Merkaba, which means chariot in Hebrew, which is movement between consciousness. It can speak of channeling. It can speak of visiting other dimensions. It's the connection of the physical world and the spiritual world. It's moving but while staying still. It's staying still while moving. The spiritual energetic attributes of the Chariot card are pretty cool. Good for you, Saggy. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I will link the Chariot below for you. Okay. Capricorn. Message for Capricorn for this time frame. For the retrograde of Mercury and Scorpio. We have Page of Pentacles. Okay. Speaking of the Chariot. And 10 of Cups. That sounded dramatic. 10 of Cups. Well, this is a dramatic card. I need a haircut. You see this? I want to trim it. I'm so close to cutting my own hair. I can't even begin. Okay, Cappy. Page of Pentacles, Chariot, 10 of Cups. You are becoming hyper-focused and decisive on what your happy place is, and you're going to get there no matter what. You're like, this is the person that I want, or this is the place I want to live, or this is the job that I want, or this is the career direction, whatever. I'm going to get it. Now, very Cappy, and you're really tapping into it. You are gathering the knowledge that you need. You're getting all the information, all the details about the place, the person, the job. And so you're doing the research, right? And then when you feel really safe and secured and you're knowing, you're just going for it, and it's going to pay off big time. 10 of Cups. You might be relocating with your family for work, possibly. And if so, it seems like something that you want to do. This is beautiful and simple. Yeah, someone might offer you something based on your skills, and it will almost feel like a dream come true. Like you're like, oh my God, this is perfect for me. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, really, really great message. Spiritual journey for Capricorn. For Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. And you have it like, so now it's triple, because Capricorn has 2 Chariot cards. And also Sagittarius had Chariot. All right, so again, movement in consciousness, transition, altered states of mind, very high aspect of high frequency of the brain. And you already know it's going to be linked below. Unless you skipped all the way here, and that's too bad because you missed out on a lot. But the Chariot is way more than physical movement. The Chariot is the connection between heaven and earth and the movement between them. And Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, if you've seen the beginning, the intro, it's about movement between different dimensions, right? The upper world and the underworld with quite ease. It's almost like the moon is bowing to you. It's like you're no longer, you're not weak in the face of lunar changes, highs and lows. You're just going for what you want and nothing can stop you. Okay, watch the Chariot card. All right. Aquarius. I need to shuffle more. Sorry, I'm looking at like two people who are like drowning the chat. All right, back to Aquarius. Please, message for Aquarius. What do Aquarius need to know? The Devil. 2 more cards. 10 of Wands. Ooh. Okay. The Devil, 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Some of you are carrying a heavy burden of guilt over something that you said. It could be fresh, it could be really old, but it will come up really strongly at this time with Mercury retrograding, to kind of bring it up into the surface so you can resolve it, because you're carrying this burden. It's almost like you feel responsible for something now. 10 of Cups kind of peeked out of the deck. It either has something to do with family or with, so it could be a family member, maybe something that you said to them, something that you did, something that you didn't do, sense of responsibility, moral obligation, something that wasn't followed through. You either didn't have time, or you kind of, I feel like you put someone as a very last priority, and it caused like a difficult chain reaction of events. It's hard to explain. I'm not really sure what it is I'm tapping into, but it's not easy. And Scorpio, interesting, Aquarius. This is something you've been carrying and now is going to really come up into the surface. If you choose to talk to the person about whatever this is, don't come from ego and don't come from trying to excuse why you did, said, whatever, or give reasonings. If you feel bad or feel like you have something to feel sorry for, then just apologize. Like, be genuine, be sincere. Because if you'll try to convince them why you had good reasons to do what you did, you will only make things worse. Okay? Dimitar, can you please stop forcing the chat to read you? Spamming, stop spamming. Okay, Aqua. Sorry, this was a little bit uncomfortable, but it's something that, this could also be someone, I'm picking up on another narrative, someone that is dragging you down, someone in your life. It doesn't have to be a family member, but it could be. That you're always like keeping around as if you're worried about them or as if you care about them, but you don't actually, you just feel like you have to. And by doing so, not only that you're not helping, you're actually creating bigger damage, because they're not getting the help that they need. They're getting like breadcrumbs from you or harsh criticism words from you. It's not really helping them, it's just hurting them more. It doesn't really do anything. Now, if you're dealing with a family member who keeps coming up, or someone in your life that is doing that to you, just abort. Don't stay in that toxicity. If they tell you that they're helping you and that they're always there for you when they're never there for you, and you're like, what? No, you're never there for me. What are you talking about? But they try to make it look like they're always there for you, because just to deal with their guilt of never being there. You don't need this crap. Okay, they live in La La Land. They're lying to themselves. They can't deal. Don't stay stuck on that. Okay, Aquarius. Spiritual guidance for Aquarius and energy work for Aquarius for this time frame with Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Thank you. The Emperor. Nice. Okay. This is actually a very close to reality type of spiritual lesson. The Emperor is very, very real. It's like a real personality. It's the lessons of the material world. It's the spirituality of the material world. It's a lesson in masculinity and in leadership, but also in emotional expression. And specifically, just to add up to your reading, Aqua, this just strengthens the element of the patriarch in the family, like a family member who's a patriarch, who is possibly very dominant, possibly controlling, doesn't actually care, but behaves as if they care, possibly taking credit for helping when they're not helping, just because that's what is expected of them, so they'll say it but won't actually do it. This could be someone that did that and now feel a lot of guilt of some sort, and this is the opportunity to make the resolution, or else they will carry this karma for a very long time if they won't resolve it now in the next 7-8 weeks of this Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Okay, I will link the Emperor card below for you. All right, Pisces. Oh, cool, Miss Hartree, welcome. Okay, Pisces. Messages for Pisces for Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, please. What do my Pisces need to know? Oh, Six of Cups. I believe it's the third time Six of Cups is coming up, which makes more sense. With Mercury retrograde, the past is coming back, especially in Scorpio. So it's a deep, intense past. Six of Cups. Show me two more. Eight of Pentacles. One more. Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Pisces, there is someone in your life that is a soulmate that you are either guided or want to get to know better, to learn more about them and do the work, do the learning and do the work required to get to know them better or to connect on a deeper level. This could be through work, connecting with a soulmate. This is either someone you've known from your past, or this could be a soulmate from a past lifetime. But I see you taking the steps to get to know this person. And it has to do with learning, study, working. It's like you're connecting with someone that this connection either helps you or them or both of you master something or become more skillful at something or learn something better. And it's almost like you're succeeding in learning whatever this is better due to the connection due to the energetic spiritual connection that you have with this person. You feel very comfortable with them. Something with the dynamic is really just flowing, and it just allows you to focus better and learn better or work better. Cool. All right. Spiritual guidance and energy work for Pisces for the energies of Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. What is their spiritual lesson and work? Temperance. Again, the alchemy, the divine connection. Who had it? Cancer had it? Yeah. So Cancer also had this spiritual lesson. With you, even more so, Pisces, because you're so naturally connected to the divine and to the angelic realm. Something with integrating your energies in a way that allows your channel to be a little bit more open to messages. But this is also unconditional true love. It represents Isis, the goddess of unconditional love, and similarly to Mercury, she was also a messenger for the gods, more specifically for Hera. She came always bringing messages of love and devotion. So something to do with healing and love as well is coming up here. Is linked below. Last but not least, Ophiuchus. You guys still here? Oh yeah, I have a lot of people still here. Okay. All right, Ophiuchus. Messages for Ophiuchus, please, for this time. What does Ophiuchus need to know? Okay. Again, the Chariot. 2 more cards. Page of Pentacles. And 10 of Swords. Ophiuchus, some sort of journey or stage in your life is reaching its ending, and you are going to kind of finalize the details of it. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a place of living. I don't know if it's a trip. I don't know if it's a relationship. You know, it could be many things, but it's something that you were a part of in a very active way, in pursuing and living. And it's just, it reached the end of the journey. That's it. It's not good or bad. It's just, it's the natural phases of life. So you might either receive news about it, or you will be the bearer of news of it, or you already know. But either way, I see you working out the details to finalize it. And so you could, or you are free to move on to the next thing. Okay, Ophiuchus, I'm not sure what it is exactly, because again, it could mean many things, and it'll probably differ for you, but some of you are possibly moving. And some of you are receiving information that someone left somewhere. Like they moved out, or they left, or they traveled somewhere, something like that. Very interesting. Okay, what is the spiritual message and energy work for Ophiuchus? The Star, this is beautiful. So the Star is a very tricky card. It's a card of love and purity and hope and dreams. It's also the card of the Pandora box. And in order to get to hope, you have to go through, you know, the demons. Cleansing. It's a card of purification. In order to get to that purification, you gotta go through the cleansing. So something really needs to be deeply worked through. I feel like something that was rooted for a very long time inside your system somehow that needs to be plucked out. I don't know if it's a physical health thing. It could be that in this, if that's the case, you already know. You already know what I'm talking about. It could be a situation where you need to go through a small surgery procedure in order to take something out of your body. But again, I'm not foreseeing anything. This is something you would already know. And once that happens, it really makes you feel elevated and cleared, and, you know, movement will be easier for you. I'm picking up it's easier now for me to move, but it will require, obviously, the necessary time frame for recovery. So at first it will feel heavy, but then it will feel really uplifting. Okay, that's just one scenario. But the card is a very high frequency type of spiritual lesson. It also bears the archetype of Venus and of the morning star. Okay, it's a combination of the Empress and the Devil in a way. So check it out. I link it below. Okay, guys, I love you very, very, very much. Thank you so much for tuning in and for being around. I appreciate you. Join as a member to the channel for reciprocity for the work that I do. Check out Patreon in order to give back to the channel, but also receive extra content like monthly extendeds, Karmic Shift and Liberation, which is a special project that I made for the 2020s that looks deeper into your karma, generational karma, past lifetimes karma, and this lifetime self-made karma. There's a lot of oracles and runes over there. It's fun. And there's also daily messages from the runes and animal spirit that I publish weekly. A lot of fun stuff over there. So check it out. I would love to have you join. I think that's it. All the links to the tarot messages are below. You can also, of course, have the entire tarot masterclass, but you don't have to. You can just focus on your spiritual lesson. And that's it, guys. I love you. If you're new, subscribe. Press the bell button. Take care. Bye. Thank you.